Bro, I think something's wrong with my kid.
Wrong how? What happened?
He came running into our room again last night, screaming about the woman. The woman? Dude, that's creepy. He says she's back. He swears she's real. Please tell me you checked. I did. Closet was empty. But what he told me next? It's messing me up. What did he say? Mom, Dad, she's back. She's back.
Wait, he actually said that? Out loud?
Yeah. My 8-year-old son burst into our room screaming, the door banging against the wall as he dove into the darkness where my wife and I were trying to sleep.
Jesus.
Richard, I groaned, voice thick with exhaustion, my eyes still half-lidded. I've told you 1,000 times, she's not real. And he didn't believe you? He scrambled straight onto the bed and into Sarah's arms. She gathered him close without hesitation, soothing him with soft words and a hand stroking his back. Poor kid. It's all right, honey. You're safe. She whispered, kissing the top of his head. Then her eyes flicked to me, sharp and urgent. Mike, can you check Richard's closet? Just to be sure. Did you? I rubbed my face, trying to shake the weight of sleep. Babe, it's not going to...
She didn't let you off, did she?
Her stare cut through me, colder than the night air. No words, just a demand. So you went. I sighed, swung my legs out of bed and shuffled toward my son's room. We'd done this song and dance at least 15 times now, and it was starting to grate on me. About 2 months ago, Richard had first told us about the woman who came out of his closet at night to whisper to him. At first, we were obviously horrified.
I'd be horrified too.
When I heard his screams that first night, I'd run like a bat out of hell down the hall, flicked the light switch on, and found him trembling, finger extended at the closet door. That's nightmare fuel. I ripped it open without a second thought, heart hammering, scanning every corner for any sign of a threat. But of course, there was nothing there. Just a neat row of clothes, boxes, and a few scattered toys at the bottom. Empty. Every time. This time was no different. I opened the closet door with irritation, and upon looking at an empty space once again, I closed it a little bit harder than I wanted to and went back to our bedroom. And then what? I said, "It's all clear, buddy," I said softly. Stepping back into our bedroom, Richard was still curled up in Sarah's lap, his face blotchy with tears. This is heartbreaking. She said it's almost time for me to meet her other children.
He choked out between sobs.
She said, "You don't love me, only she loves me, and that she's my real mother." No. His eyes flicked up to Sarah's face before he buried himself against her chest, clinging to her like a lifeline.
But I don't want her to be my mommy. You're my mommy.
That's chilling. It's okay, sweetheart. It's okay. She cooed, rocking him gently. You're not going anywhere with her. You can sleep with us tonight. And you just watched? I tried to catch her eyes, sending her a desperate look that screamed absolutely not. But she wouldn't meet my gaze, and it was clear I had no sway in this. Sarah curled up with Richard, whispering comfort into his hair as his little body shook with exhaustion. I grabbed my pillow and trudged to the living room, resigning myself to another night on the couch. That must have been brutal. A glance at the clock on the way out, 3:45 a.m. If I was lucky, maybe I'd steal a few hours of rest before the alarm yanked me up for work at 7. Richard's night terrors were getting worse. What had started as once or twice a week had snowballed into nearly every night. Dude, that's torture for everyone. The constant interruptions, the same routine over and over. I was starting to feel the edges of my sanity fray. I'd lose it too, man. We tried everything. Night lights, leaving the door cracked, sitting with him until he fell asleep. For a while we thought it might help, but every night the same thing happened. Nothing worked. The screams, the tears, the panic rush to his room, over and over. What used to be once or twice a week had turned into a ritual, a relentless routine that left us staggering through the days like zombies. When morning finally came, I was pulled from a shallow, twisted sleep by the shrill whistle of the kettle. Let me guess, no rest. My neck throbbed from the awkward angle of the couch cushions as I pushed myself upright. Richard sat at the table, still in his pajamas, spooning soggy cereal into his mouth. Sarah hovered beside him with her mug clutched tight, her face pale, eyes rimmed in red. She wasn't sleeping either? Morning, I muttered, grabbing a mug from the cupboard. Sarah only hummed in response, staring at Richard as if she was watching him for signs of something she couldn't quite name. Man, that's unsettling. How'd you sleep, buddy? I asked, forcing a note of cheer into my voice as I reached over to ruffle his hair. Fine, he mumbled without looking up from his cereal. His voice was flat, distant, too old for an 8-year-old. Ooh, no, I frowned. No bad dreams? I've told you, it's not a dream, Richard said quietly, but there was a tremor in his voice. It's real. My stomach just dropped. Richard, please, it's not... You don't listen! He suddenly shouted, the words bursting out of him like a dam breaking. Holy shit! He shoved his chair back, startling Sarah so badly she almost spilled her coffee. She's real! She's real! She's real! Okay, I said, hands out, trying to calm him down. Richard's chest heaved. His eyes welled with tears before he collapsed back onto the table, sobbing. This is freaking terrifying for a parent. I should get ready for work, I muttered, the weight of exhaustion settling over me. Like a heavy coat. I stormed out of the room, shoulders tense. You bailed. I couldn't handle it anymore. At work, I felt hollow. Fluorescent lights buzzing overhead grated on my nerves. Every greeting from coworkers sounded muffled, like I was underwater. Total breakdown mode. Meetings blurred together, coffee after coffee, my hands shaking. By lunchtime, my stomach was twisted, more caffeine than man. Damn. The day felt endless, every task a mountain. By the time it ended, I was completely drained. But I had an idea. Oh no, what was it? On the way home, I stopped at a local electronics store and picked up a nanny cam. Yes, finally proof. After a quiet, tense dinner, I explained the idea to Sarah. She listened carefully, her tired eyes locked on mine, and after a moment, she nodded. It's a good idea, she said softly.
And Richard?
I passed him in the living room. He was on his belly playing with dinosaurs, but then I noticed a drawing nearby.
Oh God, what was it?
It showed the three of us, me, Sarah, and Richard, but at the very edge of the page, there was another figure. Taller, long black hair, arms too long, a crooked smile. I set up the nanny cam on his dresser, perfect view of both the bed and closet. Tomorrow I'd show him nothing was there. But you weren't convinced, were you? After downloading the app, I got him ready for bed. He clutched his favorite dinosaur as I tucked him in. See that? I pointed to the camera. It'll keep you safe. And what did he say? Will she see it? His voice trembled. Bro, that line gave me chills. I don't think so, buddy, I said gently. I'll be watching over you tonight. I'll keep you safe. Okay, he whimpered, trying to believe me. I kissed him goodnight. I love you, buddy. He said back. I love you too, Dad, he murmured, eyes heavy with sleep. I left the room, door cracked open. So far, so normal. I woke in the morning, surprisingly rested. 8 a.m., Sarah still asleep. I crept toward Richard's room.
And?
He lay on his back, blankets up to his chest, staring at me with a solemn, almost black expression.
Wait, black expression? What do you mean?
Morning, buddy. Sleep okay? I asked. He just nodded. So, that's not right. Are you hungry? Pancakes? He nodded again. Quiet.
Dude, I don't like this.
Later, after he devoured 6 pancakes, I showered, then pulled up the nanny cam footage.
Oh God.
I watched myself tuck him in, kiss his forehead, leave. Night vision bathed the room in eerie green. I fast-forwarded past midnight, and then the closet door creaked open. A thin, skeletal hand pushed it aside. Stop. No. Richard jolted upright. Before he could scream, something surged out, tall, pale, long black hair spilling down like a waterfall. It wore a dirty, torn white gown, arms grotesquely long. In one motion, it clamped a hand over his mouth and scooped him up like he was nothing. Jesus Christ. It rocked him almost tenderly. My boy fought, fists pounding, legs kicking, but it didn't flinch, just stared down with hollow, unblinking eyes, then carried him into the closet. Bro, my hands are shaking just reading this. 30 minutes later, it came back. But it wasn't carrying Richard. What was it carrying? It laid a doll, pale, lifeless. It laid it on Richard's bed. Don't. Then it opened a dresser, pulled out pajamas, and carefully dressed the doll in my son's clothes. Oh my God. It tapped the doll's head affectionately, then glided back into the closet, door shut with a faint click. That's sick? That's wrong. I stared as the doll started to grow. Limbs stretched, torso lengthened, hair matched Richard's, until it looked exactly like him. Bro, no, please don't say it. The thing in my house right now, it isn't my son. Dude, I'm shaking. What did you do? Nothing yet. Sarah doesn't know. She thinks Richard's just tired. You can't tell her? I can't. She'd never believe me. Or worse, she'd believe me and lose her mind. So what now? I'm going in tonight. Into the closet. Bro, don't.
If I didn't come back, tell Sarah I tried. Tell Richard I am sorry.
Dude, please don't do this.
I have to. She took my son. Call the cops. Call someone.
What am I supposed to say? That a monster stole my boy and left a doll in his place? They'll lock me up.
Alex, this is insane. Wait until morning, please.
No. Every minute Richard's out there, he's in danger. I'm not waiting.
Bro, my chest is tight just reading this.
I've got a flashlight. I've got my phone. I'm opening the closet now. Alex, don't. Answer me. Bro, it's cold in here. Wrong. Like the air is thick. Get out. Now. The walls, they go back further than they should. It's not a closet anymore. Oh my God. I hear something. Whispering. It sounds like kids. I'm begging you, leave. I see Richard. Grab him. Run. He's standing with her, holding her hand. What? He's smiling at me, but it's not his smile. Alex? She's looking at me now. Get out! She said you shouldn't have read this. What the f***? Jordan? She knows your name. Stop. Stop. Stop! She's reaching for me. Bro, answer me. Alex, you... Alex? Answer me. Please, man, don't do this. Alex. Hi, Uncle Jordan. Oh my God. Is that you? Mommy says Daddy can't talk anymore. What the hell? Where's your dad? He's staying with us. Forever. No. No. This isn't real. Daddy wanted me to tell you something. What? What? You're next. Oh my God. No, please.